Hey there, Libra, and welcome to your October 2019 Creativity Tarot reading. My name is Kayleigh Jean, and welcome to my channel. As I was tuning into your energy for this month, I was given this very deep message. I feel like everything is happening. That's really what's coming through for Libras, is like, this is it. This is it. There is something amazing coming in for you. And one of the things that I was shown in the meditation was almost like two hands kind of, and they were closed like this, and then they opened, and there was like a globe in the center. So I feel like the world is being given to you this month, Libra, in a lot of ways. I'm not sure if this is specifically in relation to a career goal or something like that, or if it's something in your personal life, or maybe a creative project or an inspiration that is just overtaking you right now. But I really feel like you feel this month that some aspect of the world is being given to you. It's like the gates are opening, like the doors are opening for Libra. And I feel like the main message I was getting here is to trust yourself, because I think that some of you are going to experience a little bit of self-doubt as you go through this powerful expansion process. And I feel like you're really entering into a threshold, like you're crossing a portal, basically. You're entering into a new kind of reality in your own life, and it may from the outside seem like whatever's going on for you this month was kind of a genuine and practical and expected sort of reaction to all of the work that you've done in the past. But I feel like to you, in this moment, it feels like you maybe either don't quite believe it yet, or you are struggling somehow with like the belief that you can take this path. It's like that this door is opening, and it's this beautiful door that opens up to your like personal healing, your happiness, your creativity, your inspiration, your abundance, whatever this is. It feels like you don't almost want to believe that it's there, because it's been so long that you've been wanting this, and it's been so like kind of, I want to say, like you've built it up in your mind that you almost don't, maybe you're not even conscious that this is about to happen, or that it's happening. Like, it's like, I feel like you're saying, pinch me, I can't believe this. So it's a very interesting energy. And I feel like, again, the main message keeps coming through is to trust yourself, have that inner trust and inner faith, because the universe wouldn't hand you anything that you can't handle. So even if this feels like a really big step for you, Libra, even if you're kind of doubting this process a lot, or if you're having second thoughts, or if you're finding yourself in moments of disbelief about it, the message really is to trust yourself, because you can do this. And in fact, this is actually what you've been working towards. And I had a secondary message coming in for you that I was seeing almost like a gymnast. So, because the person was sort of turning and like bending and stretching. So I feel like this is kind of saying you're going to have to be flexible if you want to reap the rewards of this shift. But the rewards are massive, I have to say, and I don't normally get messages that are this strong and direct. So if you're a Libra and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I don't know what this is about, just bear with me, because this feels really important. This is a really important month for you. And of course, we do have the sun in your sign until October 23rd. So happy birthday to those of you Libra suns out there. But in general, I am really just getting this feeling that this is a powerful time for you to embrace a new beginning. And it's more than just your birthday. I have to say, like, your birthday is symbolic, and it's part of why you're kind of reflecting on how far you've come. But this change that's going on is something that has been in the works. And it's been in the works specifically because of the effort that you've been putting out previously in previous years of your life. It's like all of that is coming full circle and starting to pay off for you. So I'm really excited to get into your cards to see some more specifics on the energies and when you can expect to see some of these things taking shape with your tarot cards. So this is a Druid Craft Tarot. Please, Druid Craft Tarot, give Libras clear, loving, and accurate guidance in their life. Clear, loving, accurate guidance for Libra. Okay, even now, as I was shuffling, I was almost hearing this voice of, like this inner voice of, oh my gosh, wait, but did I remember to do that? Or I don't think I did enough studying, or I don't think I did, I forgot to do something. I know there's something I forgot, or there's like this sense of kind of hesitation and second guessing yourself that's coming through. But I feel like the message, and we'll see what else comes through in your cards, but I feel like right now the message is to accept that part of you that's worrying, but also know that you are being divinely guided and that this is for you. Okay, so we have the fish as the path and the earthworm as the influence. Now, this straw makes absolutely perfect sense. So what I want to say first of all is that the fish card, when it comes up as your path, talks about, again, the same message that was coming through earlier, that you need to be flexible and open to trusting your intuition, trusting kind of how things are flowing for you energetically. This is a card of like someone who's kind of questioning internally whether they're on the right track. And it's because your path is so fluid, it's because your path is moving and changing, that this fish card is coming up. It's showing both the fact that you are proceeding in your life right now on the basis of faith and inner trust, which is a very like watery thematic energy with the fish card. We also have the moon on this card. So again, a very nocturnal, watery kind of inward psychic energy that is guiding you forward. So you may not really feel like you have tons of practical or external validation right now for whatever you're doing, but the message is to really lean into that, lean into your intuitive ability to make these choices for yourself, because that is what's going to pay off for you big time. And the earthworm crossing you, I had to laugh when I saw this, because if you read about this card in the Animal Spirit Oracle deck, it talks about kind of beginner's mind and feeling like you're at the very onset of something and questioning your own ideas about a particular journey that you're on, and questioning whether or not you add value to an industry or to a group. Or the earthworm is about kind of starting new, it's starting fresh. And so when we see this card coming up, it's like beginner's mind, you know, you're starting fresh, but sometimes that beginner's mind gives the best insights because you're not colored internally by your expectation that you are an expert or that you know all there is to know about a topic. A lot of times the best innovations come to different industries through people who are new to them, because they're not bogged down with technical data and traditional wisdom. They're able to look at a subject that interests them with fresh eyes and a fresh perspective. So the message of the earthworm is saying, you might think of yourself as this lowly earthworm. You might think of yourself as, oh my gosh, I'm new, I'm not good enough, I don't have enough experience, whatever it is that you're telling yourself. But actually look at the color inside this card. I mean, it's clearly, the symbolism is communicating that your vision, Libra, is the vision that you want to trust. Your vision contains the whole rainbow in here, which is really like a symbol for you seeing a whole picture in a different way. It's you seeing something that other people aren't picking up, which, if you're listening to this reading specifically for career guidance and professional guidance, this is saying that your vision of where your industry is going, or your vision of what your company can do, or what you can do with your business, or with your unique vocational training. Maybe you're a healer or a reader or a coach. If you're an artist as well, this is saying trust those wild and crazy ideas that you have that you've never seen anybody else do before, because this is where the gold is for you this month. This is where you're going to be really living in your truth, and it's also where you're going to be finding the most success, because I really see people like looking at what you're doing and appreciating what you're adding to the table, even if in that little moment that you have with yourself before you say whatever it is that you have on your mind or whatever your idea is. That moment might feel excruciating for some of you, because the anxiety of, should I express this very new concept or idea, or should I post my first YouTube video, or should I host my first live session? That like anxiety can be sometimes very difficult for people who are sensitive, and a lot of Librans are introverts, or kind of you have many different traits, but there's a lot of you, I know, because I've seen you on this channel and I've talked to you, a lot of you have quite introverted natures, and so there's a tendency to kind of keep that circle of your inner light, keeping that kind of tight in, because you assume that you're like in this earthworm position, but actually what you have to say, or what you have to add, what you're looking to create, has tremendous value, and you're going to be able to help move a particular topic, industry, or creation forward in a totally radical way, I feel. And so it's important for you to just kind of let things flow this month, Libra. You have two very kind of flowing type animal cards here. Like both of these creatures are, they feel both to me like you have to just let go of your hesitation, let go, listen to your fears, listen to your anxiety, allow space for that, but then let it go, release it gently, and allow yourself to just be part of the conversation, allow yourself to be part of life. I feel like this is saying merge, Libra, merge with your environment, merge with other people, speak about what you're interested in, join the conversation, be inclusive as well. I feel like you're going to get a lot out of that this month, and you're actually going to find that your ideas and your thoughts are very well received. So let's take a look at your tarot cards and we'll get some more specifics. Yeah, so we've got Nine of Swords, Four of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, High Priest, Six of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. So interesting. Okay, so a lot is coming through right away, but the first week of October, I do see some clear connections with what we've seen already in this reading. So I want to kind of cover that, but I don't want to linger on it, because you have so much other stuff going on, which is all going to be really significant for you as you go through the month. So you do start with the Nine of Swords and the Four of Cups, which shows that internally some of you have been feeling with the Nine of Swords, like I was just saying, anxiety. That's a major thing. Some of you could be dealing with insomnia or feeling a little bit kind of out of sorts. And this may be something that you carried over from previous weeks. I know a lot of us were feeling a lot of intensity over the summer and a lot, or winter, depending on what hemisphere you're in. But the last season, there was a lot of intense energy going around. So some of you could still be kind of clearing a little bit of that. And some of you could be feeling with the Four of Cups, like you just really want to get something in motion, like internally. Sometimes the fours represent stability or energy that kind of has like a fixed nature, because four is a number that we can associate with sort of squares, right? Or things that kind of shapes that can condense energy. And so with the Four of Cups, it's like, what is this energy that's being condensed? It's emotional energy. And we see that very clearly as well with the Nine of Swords being, you know, a card of worry, discontent, and sometimes insomnia. So there's a sense of emotional stagnation. And again, I'm not going to take too much time on this in your reading because I feel like if you have experienced this recently, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But it's very temporary because your energy immediately shifts as we go deeper into the month. So whatever has been going on, even if it was several weeks ago for some of you, or several, like within the last several months, and you're not necessarily feeling this on a daily basis right now, and some of you are still, I feel like this is saying that the difficult emotions and difficult thought patterns that you've been having are temporary. And the main message here is to use these internal difficulties as motivation to see your situation as a challenge that you can rise to and that you can enjoy overcoming. See these internal emotional indicators, which are your negative emotions and negative thoughts, see those as indicators that the way that you've been approaching something in your life isn't working. And that if you were to think about it in a different way, choose a different thought, or take a different action. For example, instead of obsessing about something that concerns you, you could turn on a really great dance music playlist and dance around. And just little things like that. I'm not talking about major life-changing shifts. It's more about little moments in which you choose actively to feel a little bit better than you did a moment before. That is the core thing. If that's all that you take from this reading, Libra, and that's all that you do moving forward this month, is just make a solid commitment to yourself that gently, without expectation, without being harsh on yourself, you're going to set the intention to be aware that when you find your emotional state going down a little bit, that you're going to allow space for that, and then gently choose to do something that makes you feel just a little bit better and a little bit better and a little bit better. And gradually, I think you will find that this month totally transforms your life. And I really mean that because we have the Queen of Pentacles and Justice coming up. Now, Justice is your card. It's the card that is associated with the sign of Libra. So you're very comfortable in the Justice energy. You're very comfortable with fairness and objectivity and doing what you perceive to be the ethical thing in terms of a relationship, or something that you believe about the world, something that you believe about society. You're very comfortable in this objective approach that values fairness and exalts sort of virtuous behavior. Fair behavior is really what you're into as a sign in a very general way. So seeing this here, I feel like you're starting to get really anchored back into your core values by the middle of the month. So any sense of confusion about your purpose, or any sense of confusion about your worth or what you're doing in life, that's all kind of melting away in the face of this very grounded Queen of Pentacles and very objective, fair Justice energy. You're kind of grounding back into yourself in the middle of the month. And maybe for some of you, this is coming sooner. Maybe this is already going on and you're already starting to pick up this theme of feeling better and better and feeling more confident in yourself and feeling like you have a grasp on what matters the most to you. So you're not confused about what you should do in any given situation. You kind of just allow your natural self, your natural wisdom to kind of inform your decisions, words, and actions. So this is really great. I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles as well, there could be a helpful influence coming in your career. There could be maybe, let's say if you're a professional Libra and you have some kind of business where you're self-employed, you could encounter a client that has a really great resource for you, or a client, or somebody that you work with, maybe even a colleague, who brings in a project that will be very lucrative for your business, very healthy for your business, so that you can start to see where maybe you are looking at the need that you have for a particular resource, and you start to see where that resource can come from. you start to see that there is this kind of cosmic stairway, in front of you. It's like once you take one step and you're kind of looking around like, okay, how do I get to the next thing to get me towards my goal? This reading is kind of saying, once you're at that one step, then you take one more, and then you don't see the step right away, but then it comes, it like appears. So you don't have to know all the steps. With these cards, it's more about being open to opportunities when they come to you, using solid objective judgment when they do come so that you can be discerning. But at the same time, I feel like a lot of these things that are coming they are for you, Libra. Like there is something coming for you that represents a major point of expansion for you in your career. And it could be as well in your personal life for some of you, but I'm really feeling this in practical ways. For some of you, sometimes the Justice card can also relate to contracts and signing agreements and things like that. So for some of you, there could be like the sale of a home or the sale of a business with the Queen of Pentacles. But either way, I feel like this is a very positive draw. It shows me that you're really comfortable in this earthy and airy kind of energy because you have something to kind of ground into. And so your thought process is going to be a lot more sort of positive. And we see like the immediate indications of that with the High Priest and the Nine of Cups. So some of you are going to experience this in different ways. So I'll explain a couple of the things that are coming through right off the bat. But for some of you, if you are like studying in a vocation, or if you are in training for something, or if you're preparing for a particular career path, or preparing for a creativity path, a path of creativity, these cards are saying that you could encounter like the perfect mentor, or somebody who is great for where you're at right now. Like a lot of times we get mentors and we have them in our life for a specific amount of time, and then we learn everything we can from them, and then we absorb it and we kind of reorganize it into our own understanding, and we take what works for us, and then we leave the rest behind, and then we move on to another mentor or to another like advancement of a topic. And so for many Libras, I feel like with these things showing up, the Nine of Cups and the High Priest, some of you may have just culminated a relationship with a mentor, or maybe you have graduated from a certification program, or you have finished some kind of schooling program, and then you are encountering kind of like the next phase. So this could be like a local teacher, or maybe a coach or a healer, or if you need a doctor for some reason, if you're a Libra who's been struggling with a health issue, you might find that you connect with the physician who has the means and the philosophy and the tools to really help you. Because whatever this High Priest is doing, they're giving you exactly what you need for now. And that is like the key phrase here, is for now, because every relationship that we have, either with a doctor or a mentor or a guide or anybody who's kind of helping move us forward or helping us achieve a goal, they have a gift for us for a specific amount of time while we're on this specific part of our journey. And it feels like either you are like entering into a new leg of a part of your journey, or you just are finishing a leg. And so you're working, maybe putting the final touches on your working relationship with this coach or this teacher or this physician or this mentor, which is the High Priest. And the Nine of Cups represents, again, that sense of personal satisfaction, that sense of having a wish being fulfilled. So many of you, like I said, I really feel, achieving something with a mentor or a teacher and feeling really good about what you're getting out of that relationship and feeling like you're getting exactly what you came for. And this could be, like I said, something that's starting right now or something that's ending, but either way, you're excited about it because it means that you're advancing. So I really love that, and I feel like it's an important part of your life right now because you are leveling up in so many ways. You are expanding, and I feel like it's really nice when you have the support that you need on that journey, especially if what you're doing is very counterculture or unusual. Now we have the Six of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles coming up in the last week of October. I really love, again, to see all of this earthy energy surrounding you, Libra. Those of you Libras who are interested in money and finances, I feel like the end of the month could bring in exactly what you're looking for when it comes to money. If it doesn't come sooner because you have this Queen of Pentacles character preceding and above these energies, so that could bring in an opportunity maybe, but then an actual agreement is made or a contract is signed at the end of October. So right around Halloween, somewhere around there, maybe a few days earlier or a week earlier than that. But the last part of the month, you're gaining something tangible. You're getting some kind of gift, some kind of contract, some kind of financial investment maybe. Like this could be an investor who's handing money out to you, because you also have the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new beginning when it comes to abundance, wealth, and prosperity when it comes to your career. So lots of prosperity for you guys. I feel like whatever your goals are, no matter where you are at on your financial journey, if you're already, sitting on a mountain of prosperity and wealth, then this is about you achieving something of value to you. Maybe it's more wealth, maybe it's wealth that you can redirect into something specific like a cause or something that you can contribute to that you feel passionately about. Maybe if you are already doing pretty well financially, this could mean value in another way. It could be wisdom or some kind of achievement of a certain level of grounding in yourself. Some kind of knowledge is becoming secondhand. It's almost like you can read it on the back of your hand. It's anchoring in. And that's going to open up doors for you to express yourself and to have more freedom in the world, have more ability to share about what you love and be passionate about the things that you're passionate about. Others of you for whom finances are like a major consideration right now in your life, I feel like you're going to get what you need. So if you are in a more of like a stricter place when it comes to money, I feel like there's going to be something that comes in, maybe at the 11th hour, maybe not, but it's going to come in regardless of how much you need it in that moment. It's going to come in that puts you in a better situation, or that puts a nice safety net underneath you. It's something that I feel as being overwhelmingly positive, and with the emphasis on kind of like the serious side of Pentacles with the Six of Pentacles, I feel like this is something that you've worked towards. It's definitely something that is for you as a result of what you've done, as a result of how you've navigated to where you're at today. So Libra, I want to get you some more information. Libra. Wow, so we have patience coming through, and I want to get one more card on that because that is a very mysterious message. Libra. And confidence. Okay, so this is actually speaking about the first two cards, because you got patience and confidence from the Soul Trees Oracle, and you have the Nine of Swords and the Four of Cups in the beginning of the month. This energy is very much about being patient with yourself, because I feel like you're placing a lot of demands on yourself right now, Libra, and I feel like you're kind of bullying yourself in a way, but you don't realize that that's what you're doing. Because when you say to yourself, like, oh, I will be happy when, I will feel good when I've accomplished X, Y, or Z, or I'll only let myself feel good if I am doing my workouts exactly on schedule 4 times a week, and I am always having harmonious conversations with my spouse or my children or whatever. It's like you set these limitations on your ability to feel good about yourself, and you're thinking, I can't feel confident expressing my interest in this topic if this is like a subconscious thought. It's like, I can't feel confident sharing what I do in the world if my bed isn't made, or if, metaphorically speaking, if my house is a mess. Like, but I think what you're doing, like, there's validity in what you're saying, Libra, and there's something like valiant about it, because you're holding yourself to high standards, but at the same time, you're also kind of undercutting your ability to just feel good on a regular basis, because you're holding yourself to like superhuman standards that nobody else is hitting in their own life. Like, you have to understand that. And if you need to do a little social media detox this month so that you stop comparing yourself, or even having those little comparison thoughts coming into your mind, so be it. Be okay with that. Make the adjustments that you have to make, Libra, so that you can feel good about yourself, feel good in your own skin, because the truth is you're doing amazing, and you don't need to like compare anything that you're doing to what anybody else is doing. It's really apples to oranges. They're completely different. And I feel like what this is saying is also, with the patience message, is like, be more patient and kind and loving to yourself. And that's when you're going to see the confidence come back, because you're going to recognize in a more immediate moment-to-moment way that you're just human. And everything that you do, if you're at least setting your intention and doing your best, that's all. That's all that you can do. You're not responsible for what anybody else does. You're not responsible for how someone else takes something that you say or do. So when you kind of take that responsibility off of yourself, the confidence and that sense of feeling good naturally rises. So you don't have to do anything else beyond that. Okay, so I want to get you a message from the Energy Oracle deck. We have Goddess of the Moon. Just like what came through from your Animal Spirit Oracle cards, the fish and the moon here. So this is a very intuitive month for you, Libra. It's a month in which you're going to really need to trust your instincts and be creative this month. Be imaginative. The Goddess of the Moon card comes up when your intuition and your imagination is spot on, basically, and when you can really trust your rhythm and your insight beyond what you get from the outer world. So don't be afraid if what you're doing is very against the grain right now, or if what you want to do requires you to take a leap of faith. I feel like this is the perfect time, and especially once you get to that second week of October, you're going to feel so much more grounded and confident, if you're not already feeling some of that coming in, but I think many of you are. So just hold on. Be patient with yourself right now, and recognize that the key to achieving confidence this month and being and acting and feeling confident in your own skin this month is about patience with yourself. And it's about recognizing that nobody's perfect. Nobody has a perfect life. Nobody hits it out of the park every time. I mean, you can't be perfect all the time. Nobody can, and nobody is. And if you have the vision, or if you have the perception that somebody else is, it's an illusion. So really come back to that and recognize that everybody has dark and light. Everybody has, light and shadow. And you're no exception, and nobody else is any exception. So that really levels the playing field, which is important for a Libra, to feel like you're on par, like you're on an even keel. And you are. I mean, you've done so much to get where you are, clearly, with these cards. You've prepared for this opportunity. So I really want you to proceed with it and trust yourself. Okay, Libra, thank you so much for watching. I hope this reading has been helpful to you. Please let me know in the comments if it was. I really love hearing from you guys. And honestly, when you like a video of mine, or you subscribe to my channel, or you subscribe for notifications, or if you leave a comment, literally those are the best ways for you to support my channel, because there's a lot of work that goes into these, and so just a little love goes a long way to let me know that these videos are helping you, and that you're getting something useful out of them. So please go ahead and do those things if you haven't already. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, I'll put the information to my website below. And if you'd like to connect with me on Instagram this month, we are doing the Witches New Year Challenge throughout the month of October, which is an Instagram challenge that I created years ago, and we're still going strong. It's a great time to connect with your ancestors, your spirit guides, your animal allies, all of that good stuff. We have prompts for throughout the month, and I will be in there every single day chatting with you guys and reading your posts. So follow me on Instagram if you want to join. I hope you have an amazing month. Happy birthday to you, Sun Libras, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.